Aviation is an important aspect of economic development, and the cargo subsector does play a vital role. With data from Nigeria's two main cargo handling companies showing a significant 39% increase in the volume of exported cargoes through Nigerian airports in 2016, that forms the crux of our program. Our other additions are one of Nigeria's flag carriers adds a Boeing 777 to its fleet and a look at a drone flying school in China. A warm welcome to Aviation this week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi.
Air freight plays a critical role in global trade, transporting some 35% of goods traded internationally. Air freight services are mostly used for cargo, which is being transported across an extremely long distance, or for goods which are relatively light and of high value. Figures from the National Bureau of Statistics in the first quarter of 2017 show that cargo movement decreased by 24% relative to the previous quarter and by 2% relative to the same quarter of the previous year. Consequently, the total volume of cargo movement was over 41 million kilograms compared to over 54 million kilograms in the previous quarter. The Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos accounted for 90.3%, a higher share than that in the previous quarter of 87.3%, but slightly lower than the share in the first quarter of 2016 of 91.1%, while Port Harcourt Airport accounted for the second largest amount of cargo in the first quarter of 2017. Data from Nigeria's two main cargo handling companies shows a significant 39% increase in the volume of exported cargoes through Nigeria's airports in 2016. For the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company PLC, air cargo imports also fell 24%, but cargo exports rose 25% to 5.24 million kilograms within the same period. Data from the Sky Aviation Handling Company shows that while air cargo imports declined by 27.2% to 6.822 million kilograms in the first half of 2016, cargo export handled by SACL rose 84% to 2.56 million within the same period. A senior official within the company tells us about the rise in exports.
I can tell you that on a very good week we do between 50 to 60 tons of consignment. But then because some of the jobs are seasonal, in a month, in some months we do as much as 200 to 300 tons depending on how ready the customers are. Before now we used to be import dependent, and unfortunately the recession has plunged the country into a state where import has dropped drastically, and we have very few consignment coming in from all over the world. So, and for a country like Nigeria, where we need to generate enough forex to balance out the economy of the country, it is important for us to export some of our food items and other materials into the outside world, where we can generate enough forex for the economic stability of the country.
With a population of about 160 million people, Nigeria remains a dominant player in West Africa, and major exports out of the country include palm oil, noodles, yam, Nigerian-made beverages, and textiles.
So, and it's a good thing that the government is really focusing on export. They're trying to do everything possible to encourage farmers and other manufacturers to begin to export our goods, but we're still lacking in some areas, especially in the packaging areas, because some of these products, as beautiful as they are, the packaging doesn't give enough credit to what it is that we're sending out of the country. So I'm using this opportunity to implore the government to please do a lot more in encouraging maybe private owners or the government itself, government intervention per se, to come in and support the handling companies in improving the level of packaging of some of these products.
Government has to improve on power sector. Power is a major hindrance to exports. For example, we have some goods that are perishable, and perishable don't need to come and stay on the ground here. Once you bring them, they should be prepared for onward movement to which destination it is going to. But you see, when this perishable eventually, if maybe because of timing, it misses its flight, and you need to put them in a proper condition. SACO, as a handling company, what they do is to make sure these goods are taken to their co-room. Now, if SACO are not prepared for such services by providing their own standby generator, you can see that such a thing will be destroyed because we cannot rely on the national grid.
For many others, cargo exports may be on a steady rise, but just exporting the raw materials and having some small industries that will pre-process some of these items will be more value for more money.